It seems there's always one question that I keep asking and keep coming back to. Why do I still play Call of Duty? I'm sure you might have asked yourself this same question, and today I wanted to talk about the possible reasons why I and maybe others keep coming back to the game. We're all well aware of the negative emotions the game can bring, as well as sometimes it even going as far as to leave you feeling scammed. Despite it being recently undercooked and overproduced, it seems to maintain a special place in all our hearts. There seems to be a shimmer of hope for the potential better times to come. That's not to take away from the great moments that we can have playing with our friends, meeting new people while we play, or even playing solo. But I mean, who really likes to play solo, especially in Warzone? In my personal opinion, the rise of Warzone can be contributed greatly to crossplay, to the ability to play with your friends, to have something to do that involves teamwork and that requires and demands teamwork. Another big aspect, I believe, is the fact that there's a lot of downtime in between action, for the most part, for the average player especially, because you're not constantly getting into gunfights. You're doing a lot of running. There's a lot of time to banter and crack jokes and just hang out with your friends, let's be honest. I think the people who are still into the multiplayer aspect of Call of Duty just really like the pace. And there's a certain pace there that you really can't get from Warzone, and it's not really available in other games. Whether you're into Black Ops Cold War or Modern Warfare, they both have a good pace to them. They're both, whether people are camping or doing whatever, there's undeniably a much faster pace in multiplayer than there is in Warzone. At the end of the day, many would argue that Battle Royale is not Call of Duty, but Warzone is Call of Duty's rendition of Battle Royale, so therefore, in most people's opinion, it is Call of Duty, and it's almost even, not almost, it has taken over as the main Call of Duty. Like when you say Call of Duty, most people are talking about Warzone these days. I'm very curious if or when regular multiplayer will take the forefront over from Battle Royale again. I don't know if it's just a trend or if it's just a game mode that's going to continue to evolve. I feel like multiplayer is going to have to incorporate more aspects that bring groups of friends and stuff like that together to want to play together. I strongly believe core multiplayer has a large enough fan base to justify them always giving a certain amount of attention to it, even if it's not the main focus for the foreseeable future. I could see it eventually getting more and more focus as they continue to expand their team and add more developers and things like that. Call of Duty's done a really good job of building a brand that really implants this idea in your brain of a certain style and a certain feeling and a certain type of game that you're going to get when you think of Call of Duty. And that's part of the reason why it sells so well every single year, regardless of which rendition it is of Call of Duty. The fact of the matter is we're addicted to the simplicity. We're addicted to the customization of putting a different skin on your weapon, giving it different attachments, talking about what's the best gun, which gun's viable, what's this, what's that. There's certain aspects that you can get from other games, but they're just not quite the same. A lot of people question whether Call of Duty's more competitive or more sweaty than it ever has been. I think people always tried their best and gave their best effort, but with the recent amount of people that have become immensely famous, wealthy, whatever, from playing video games, I think people have more financial reasons to want to try harder, whether or not it's realistic. Hey, you never know if you don't try, right? But honestly, for anybody doing anything, the better that you get at it, the more you enjoy it. Like, the better that you get at basketball, the more that you're probably going to want to play basketball, because you keep seeing the improvement, you keep seeing the results. You know, you go to the gym, you don't see any results and you don't like exercising, you're probably not going to want to keep coming to the gym. You go to the gym and you see results and you feel good about yourself and you're looking better and all these things, you're going to keep doing it. So if that's the case, why do we keep coming back to Call of Duty despite sometimes feeling like we're running on a hamster wheel? The game was specifically designed to get certain dopamine responses out of you by giving you ups and downs. That's the reason why they added engagement optimized matchmaking, not only to pair people in different lobbies that are going to give you the ups and downs of emotions, but also put you against opponents with cosmetic weapons that you might see on the kill cam and be like, ooh, I want to buy that one. As times continue to change, the business model will change as well as they find new ways to get your time and money. That's the name of the game at the end of the day. Get your attention, get your money, get your time. That shows investors that they're doing the right thing by putting money into the company. It's been widely considered that Warzone saved Modern Warfare and that Modern Warfare was a failure of a game. In my opinion, it wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. It introduced a whole lot of new things, introduced a very good engine, and I think it really was just the backbone for Warzone and what they were planning all along. If you look at the ground war maps, if you look at the spec ops modes and like the maps for those, all of that was like the groundwork. They had all of that built beforehand, and I think all of it was made with Warzone planned out. Like if you look at Dead Silence and that not being a perk, a lot of people were upset about it. This was just meant to be a lot more of a game. I think they were really trying to compete with Battlefield with this game, with like the ground war, with just the whole more boots on the ground, but also not being quite as arcadey. You know, I think it was all just the prerequisites that they needed to get prepared to drop Warzone. And I feel like with Black Ops Cold War, like with their Fireteam Dirty Bomb mode, they were very much, I'm 100% sure that they were going to release those maps together as the Battle Royale map and do it on that engine, but they just chopped it. They said, nope, people aren't feeling Black Ops Cold War as much as we thought that they would. We're gonna leave the Battle Royale in Verdansk on the Modern Warfare engine that was built hand in hand with NVIDIA. So I mean, that engine's just gonna feel better on graphics cards and on next gen consoles, which, you know, eventually they are gonna phase out the PS4 and the Xbox One. It's probably not gonna be for another year or two, probably 2 years or so, especially given the way that the last year or so has been. Warzone's gonna have a lot of competition when the next Battlefield comes out, as well as the next Halo. Everybody, especially them, knows that. One big thing I think will bring a noticeable gameplay difference, especially for the more competitive players, but for anybody in general, is the server quality and netcode. People will know the difference when they have that clean water. The good news is if another company beats Activision to the punch, they'll be put in a position to be forced to compete and step their game up in that regard. The quality of servers and netcodes is my single biggest problem with the game. There's just nothing quite like getting shot around the corner or shooting somebody first with perfect accuracy and still dying, even though you have the better gun. So to summarize this whole talk, rant, whatever you want to call it, I think the main reason that we keep coming back to Call of Duty is because of the potential that we see in it, and also just the potential that there is for a good experience in every time that we do hop on and play. You know, not every time that we get on there do we have a good time, or even fun in general. Sometimes it's more frustrating than fun, but it's those good times that we do have that keep us coming back, and the possibility of more to come, as well as the possibility of even better times. So that's going to be it for me today. Everybody have a good one. I usually don't try to say this too much, but like, subscribe if you want to see more, and drop a comment. Let me know what kind of stuff I should put more of on the channel. I recently just got a new mouse, so maybe I could make a video about that. I've made a couple new changes to the way that my setup looks. No new hardware or anything like that aside from the mouse. recently got the Xbox Game Pass for some PC games because I was going to get Forza Horizon 4, and I saw that it was in the Games Pass, so I just bought a $30 card for 3 months, and there's like 5 or 6 different games that I've been wanting to get for full price in there. Probably beat them within the 3 months. But anyways, as I said before, peace y'all.